Hello everyone, it is me, Straw Hat Ninja 89, and welcome to my review of Super Mario 3D Land for the Nintendo 3DS. Now keep this in mind, I'm not really going to talk about story. Well, it's a Mario game, so you pretty much already know what to expect from a simple premise of a Mario storyline. The main important part is pretty much the gameplay. However, I do love this cutscene, it's absolutely awesome. And of course, you get the usual letters, "Help me Mario, help me!" You know, it's just like Dragon Ball Z. Do I really need to explain Dragon Ball Z if you've seen the story over 9,000 times? Yeah, I made that stupid joke. Anyways, now let's just talk about the main aspect of what Super Mario 3D Land is all about. The incredible gameplay of this amazing 3DS game experience. Okay, now Super Mario 3D Land has a feature where you can either put it in 2D or 3D. Of course, that's pretty much how the 3DS works, but I do recommend to turn the 3D up really high up a notch. You may not get used to it at first, but technically, pretty soon, you will say, wow, I really missed out on such a great experience like this when the 3DS first came out. Well, be amazed now. So this is pretty much what the 3DS was capable and what it's all about. However, there's something that's not really all about, and that's the main premises of Mario's gameplay when it comes to challenge, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, this little suit that you see here is the Tanuki suit, which debuted in Super Mario Bros. 3 back on the NES. We haven't seen this little creature furry of a suit in quite a long time now. Then again, if you catch up with the latest news about gaming with PETA and their stupidity about them skinning Tanuki suits, then I pretty much guess you already know what this is all about by now. But anyways, Super Mario 3D Land has incredible edge stages of combining elements of Super Mario 64 to pretty much New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and maybe a little bit of Mario Galaxy, if you kind of count that. Except this time you're not on planets, you're basically just on Earth and exploring different worlds and castles. Now, the gameplay of Super Mario 3D Land is what you expect. You jump on Goombas, you get hidden stars, you pretty much have to go to different variations of worlds, defeat King Koopa, but this time, actually defeating him in old-fashioned. Instead of pretty much just like, you know, like the boss battles nowadays with Bowser, like, say Mario Galaxy 2, where it takes a certain amount of hits, and there's different types of ways that you have to fight him as a boss. This time it's different all around. They take elements from the very old Super Mario Bros. Games. I'm talking about the very first one and the second one, aka the Lost Levels, where you technically have to defeat Bowser by actually getting on that little bridge thing and actually making him fall, just like the good old days. I'll get to those pretty much in a second. Now, the unique thing about this is not only does it combine elements of Super Mario 64 and all the other sort of newer Mario games of this generation, but also combines a lot of the very old Mario games as well. For example, they also have some kick-ass elements from Super Mario Bros. 3, like I mentioned with the Tanuki suit, and it's kind of funny that the giant Goomba there is actually a really big giant-ass Goomba with a freaking Tanuki tail. That was actually pretty unique. I'm kind of... It's weird that all these enemies have, like, the Tanuki tails. You're going to be seeing that a lot, that some of these enemies do have the Tanuki tail a lot. It does sort of get a little annoying at first. I mean, yeah, I understand, you know, the Tanuki, yay, you're bringing it back, but come on, really? You keep hashing this shit in like a lot. It's getting ridiculous now. But whatever. And that's me beating the level. Okay, I'm going to edit this out and show you some cool elements that I really liked that were my favorites. Oh yes, this is one of my most favorites out of the Super Mario 3D Land levels. Well, actually, it's one of my most favorite. There's plenty of other favorites that go around the river than the old classic ones in certain stages. This one, for example, you're on a giant 8-bit version of the original Mario. You're on a giant 8-bit version of yourself, which is actually really awesome. And the P things, of course, just like Mario Bros. 3 are the P things. And now, not only with this awesome, unique weapon, but you basically use a little propeller thing to actually make you fly all the way to the platforms. But also, there's something else that I really like about this. Over there, you can jump on a giant 8-bit mushroom just like the original Mario Bros. Game. And of course, you got the Super Mario Bros. Original theme playing, even though it's not the original mix, but who cares? It's still very good, even though it is a remix. I love using the propeller for this, it's awesome. Oh yes, and of course there's some secret stuff that you can get. Music notes. Basically these were used in the newer games, like Mario Brothers, basically Mario Galaxy actually had that element. Mario Galaxy had that same element where you have to collect music notes to unlock certain coins or whatever. So they pretty much borrowed a lot of stuff from Mario Galaxy, but in a way it turned it into more like Mario 64. And I love it. Okay, moving on from... Aw, these things. I've always hated this platforming element. Where basically we have to jump on one little colored block here, then all of a sudden it turns into the other one. Even though the first 8 worlds are pretty simple, which I forgot to... Well, I sort of mentioned that fact before. That the first 8 levels in this game are pretty damn easy, and that's pretty much one of my downsides to Super Mario 3D Land. However, if you do beat the worlds 1 through 8, you can beat them one more time, but making them, like, more challenging. You pretty much get 8 more worlds. They're pretty much the same worlds, but by adding brand new features, and of course, the original challenge that made Mario the king of platformers is back. So, even though you might have some trouble with this one, especially myself, which I hated this damn thing, you will have a lot more trouble when you actually beat it and actually have to do it again in a harder mode, which really kind of pissed me off the most, especially when there's no enemies on the screen. Kind of like what Mega Man with 9 and 10, how they have a easy... No, I'm sorry. Mega Man 10 had an easy mode also, so in case you weren't prepared for the hard stuff, then there you go. Oh, amazing! One of my favorite features is borrowing a very awesome and never ever get tired of classic boss battles with Super Mario Bros. 3 style Bowser's Cruise. Except this time around it's changed up with, you know, this type of environment. Oops, this is the wrong one that I wanted to show you. My bad. It's World 2 where they actually made it more into the actual traditional Super Mario Bros. 3 fashion. Ah, here we go. This is what I wanted. Now this one is more the traditional Super Mario Bros. 3D style. Oh, I just love this! And especially since it is one of my most favorite games out of the franchise. Well, pretty much next to that in Super Mario World and many of those on the Super Nintendo. And Mario 64, of course, on the N60. Damn it, I died. I forgot I had to move. Sorry about that. And I lost my Tanuki suit. No! Come back, Tanuki suit! Damn it. Oh well. Anyways. This is actually what I was talking about. Look at this. Look how amazing they transmuted this from the original Super Mario Bros. 3 Koopa battle. I really love it. Well, it's not really Koopa, but you also get to fight, you know, Koopa's little children, the Koopalings, which I am so glad they're bringing the Koopalings back in, like, many ways. Because they first reappeared back in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and now they made a reappearance back here in Super Mario 3D Land, which I really do like. Sure, Bowser may seem like the first boss, but the other bosses are pretty much either Bam Bam or pretty much or Boom Boom, I'm sorry, or Bowser's Millions, or children, should I say. So yeah, this is actually another one of my favorite portions. And also there's another one which I'll get to in a minute. My also favorite part is the different type of abilities and costumes you can actually get. Besides the good old Tanuki, you can also dress up as this guy, one of the turtle boomerang guys, which I forget their names, but they're very cool. Too bad you can't dress up as a Boo or anything else like that. That would have been really cool. But there are also some cool costumes, kind of like with Mario Galaxy. See, that's what I love about this game, how it borrows such an amazing, unique Mario game, so it combines it into one amazing 3D package. Oh, damn it. Well, almost perfect. Ah, you really bastard, I want my costume back. Yay! Thanks. Whew. Got lucky. Whoops! Almost forgot about 8-Bit Peach! Well, it's too late now, damn it. But you kinda glimpse it. Oh, again, this is one of my other favorites. Look at the very end. Look, traditional Super Mario 1 at its finest. Now we gotta get to the flagpole, which I'm basically just gonna use the propeller box here. And... come on, perfect landing. Awesome! Okay, enough of this. Now it's time to show you some other cool features I like about this game as well, besides just the awesome environments and revelations to nostalgia Mario games. In here, there are plenty of different challenges to go around here. In this one, there's also little mini challenges you can get with Street Pass. Yes, that's right, Street Pass is actually very helpful with this, to actually defeat the enemies at a certain time and get all the coins before time runs out. And then once it does, you sadly have to go back to the main menu screen, which is actually kind of sad. Yeah, you have to be very careful, because some of these limits are pretty damn short, while others are sort of long and have mercy. These, however, are sort of different. You can get also a lot more stuff than they actually do with Street Pass, which is actually really cool. Oh yeah, so pretty much my whole final verdict of Super Mario 3D Land that, well, after showing you such an amazing effort of gameplay and many worth of creativity finally put into one package, what else can I say? It's a very worthy game for your 3DS library. But however, don't let it fool you that the fact that it's way too easy at first. Once you beat those first 8 worlds, you're in for a world of hurt. You actually have to replay those all over again, but in harder fashion and more harder challenges along the way. So, the score I would give Super Mario 3D Land would have to be a 9.2 out of 10. 9.2. The fact that I really hate the fact that they have to troll us thinking that, oh come on, really, this is all they got. It's like, oh my god, they really show us what they actually have here. Like, holy crap. Then you're like sweating in the palm of your fingers actually trying to beat some of these challenges. It's crazy. So, yeah, while it may seem short, simple, sweet, to the point, fun, kind of like the Kirby games, yeah, you pretty much better watch yourself when it comes to the redone levels of these worlds. So, yeah, the reason why I gave it a little bit of a lesser score for points is because not only did it seem too short with the easy gameplay, but I really hate how they tricked us thinking that this game was pretty much all what it was worth for only a 3-day game to beat. I'm thinking, really, Nintendo? This is what you all got? I was actually thinking of like, oh man, please don't tell me I have to sell this game because of its way too easy difficulty. It's like, what happened to Mario? But then after I played those 8 other worlds, I was in sweat. So yeah, bottom line, 9.2 out of 10. I would have given a 9.5 if it wasn't for the fact that the challenge factor was, well, them trolling us pretty much with the challenge factor. So yeah, 9.9 out of 10. Still a pretty great game. Definitely recommend to get this game for 3DS. But if you want something that's even more epic and more original and something you haven't seen in a long time, I would say go for Rayman Origins on whatever console you can actually get. Speaking of that, I may get that game one of these days, but I'm too busy with Skyward Sword, which is a very epic game, by the way. Totally recommend it for the Wii. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. Strawhead Ninja 89, over and out, send the bounce. Peace out, guys, and yeah, let's go and play some Mario 3D Land today. Yahoo! Yeah, that was a bad joke. Anyways.